used to make these slippers all the time for the whole family. So they have, it's the let's see, I'm going to show you. These are BOYE, and I got them online. Amazon has them, so you might want to check and see. My size is 7.5, so this is 7/8. So okay, so what you do is that you start at the back of the slipper where the seam is, put your hook through, and pass your yarn. This is baby yarn, and I'm doing 2 strands of this, but usually I use worsted yarn. So you make a knot there, and you have your start through these little things here. It's a little bit difficult. There we go. So since I'm passing actually 4 strands on the first one, and it's kind of tight, there we go. So I am going to have my first one, and I make a chain, because all these are going to be double crochets. So you double crochet around with this hook, and I'm using a very thin one, very thin. It's up to you. This is a 2.5 millimeter, but it's up to you because that really doesn't matter. So you go around and you double crochet around, and I will see you when I finish this row. Okay, so I made 85 stitches. It's going to be 85 in total around. Let's do the last one. It's right there. So that is going to be the last stitch, and I am going to pass it between the first and the second and close. Now the first stitch is going to be done by chaining 2, and then I'm going to change my hook. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm using a G hook. No, this is an F. Okay, so you can use an F or G, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But so now that will be a bottom stitch because we're going to do ribbing. The next one is going to be on top. So pick it up from the top and double crochet on each, yarn over, pick it up from the bottom, from the back, and take off 2, take off 2. So this is double crochet, pick it up from the front, and the next one is going to be picked up from the back, and you go around like that. And so what happens is that I have 85 stitches around, and I put them, that means that I have 42 and 42, and that would be the middle one, and that will make it 85. So 42, 42, that's 84, and this is the middle one. So it does depend on it. This needs to be a top one. So let's do that and see if that one there is going to be on top. So now I get here and I see that, oops, that one is a bottom one. So I'm just going to move my marker 1. So really 1 does not make that much difference. So I will make that one my middle stitch, and I put a marker there, and I continue with my stitch all around, and there we go. So I already made my second row, and I already attached the second row, the same as what we did on the first one. I chain my 2 up, and this is the third row, and I'm going around. So now, once I get to my marker, which is right there, I am going to make that one. And then, so now this is very important. That's the middle stitch. But I really want to take off stitches right there. So I'm going to not crochet the 2 ones that are on each side of the middle one. So that one and that one. So that is a top one. That means the next one is also going to be a top one. And then that one I skip, and it means the next one is also going to be a top one. And then I continue with my stitch. A bottom one and a top one. And I'll see you next row. Okay, so I'm on my 4th row. The first one is when we picked up. The second one we went around to establish the stitch. The third one we took off the bottom side stitches from the center. And so now we can see the center, and we see that we have 1, 2, 3 top ones. So that is the center stitch right there, and we want to take off from one side and from the other. Therefore, I am going to not crochet that. That would be the stitch before, and I did a back one. So yarn over, skip that one, crochet the center one. So double crochet the center one, skip that one, and double crochet the next one, which is a bottom one. So there we have, now we have a bottom, a top, and a bottom because we skipped those 2. So we're going to go around, and that's how you establish your stitch. You take off 1 on each side of the center one on every row, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're on the 5th round, and let's see, that's the beginning, that's the first row, and we took 2 of 2 rows. So now we can see, let's get to this one first. That's a top one, and we see that that middle one is the one that's on top, and these are the side ones, which is a bottom and a bottom one. Therefore, those are the ones that we're going to skip. So yarn over, skip that one, do the middle one on top, and skip this one, which is the bottom, and go to the next top. So now we have top, top, and top, and then we continue with the bottom one, and we go around. And you need to make sure that the sides are going to close and they're going to have enough height to go over your foot. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're on row 6. So we're back in the center again. This is the way it looks on the back. Look how pretty, because on the back, when you finish the row, you slide there, slide, make your 2 chains up, and it makes it very nice finish because the 2 chains up is like a bottom one, so you can't really see it. So now we go to the front, and that is the center one here, and the ones on the sides are a top one and a top one. Therefore, the last one I do before the center one is the bottom one, that one there. And now I'm going to skip that one and go to the center one. So we go and do the center one. And now we skip that one there, which is the top one. It's on the very next one from the center. And we're going to go and do the bottom one. And there we have it. So now we have top, bottom, top, bottom. And I'll see you on the next row. Okay, so I'm making my 7th row, and I see that that is the middle one. The 2 on the sides are a bottom stitch. Therefore, I skip that, do the middle one, and then skip that one and do the next one on top. So now let's see how this is looking. I think I'm going to make another row. I think it's going to be 8 in total, but I'll see you on the next row. Okay, so this is the 8th row, and this is the last one I'm going to make. That's my center one. So I'm going to get there. So that is a top one. This is a bottom one. And the ones on the sides of that center stitch are 2 top ones. Therefore, I'm going to skip that one, go to the center one, skip that one, and go to the next one. And I need to finish my row, and I'll see you when I get to the back, because we need to finish this row. So I'm finishing my 8th round, and as always I'm going to slip, slip, but I'm going to leave my yarn there because I really want to go around my ankle once or twice. So that's what we're going to do. And now we're going to sew the front. See how nice this looks? That's my center stitch. Now we can take that off. That's my center stitch, and I'm going to sew from here to where I want my foot to go into. So I have my strand of yarn, and I folded it in half, and I am going to go on that first middle stitch, that middle one there, and I grab that one, pass my yarn through. There we have it. Now I'm going to go from, let's take it from here. So I am going to go from the next to the next. So I'm going to go from this side to that one, and from this side to that one. I'm just going to sew like that, from this side to that one, from this side to that, and I'm going to go the whole row in the center. So from one side to the other. I have tried it several methods, but this is the one that looks nicest. So from here to there, from here to there, and you want to make sure that you have enough space to put your foot in. So let's see. I think I want a little more. So I'm going to be measuring my foot and I'll be right back. Okay, so this feels comfortable. Now I'm going to, I did 3 more. I have 18 on each side left for my foot to go in. So now I'm going to go in and turn my slipper and make a knot in the back. Let's see. So I'll make that knot there. And now I can weave it in. Make it a very nice knot, but then I'll weave it in. I'm just going to stick it in there until I'm ready. So now I have the back, that's where I have my stitch, and I want to go around maybe once or twice because I like kind of a little bit height, like a little booty kind of thing. It doesn't have to be, because that's okay as it is. But if you want a little bit of height, we're going to be doing that. So we're picking up that stitch there. I do my 2 chains up, and I'm going around following the same stitch, and I'll be right back. I'm making the rounds around like a booty kind. So I'm in the center here, and I made a bottom one there. I am going to go and pick up that one from the top, just so that I can follow, so that it looks pretty. So I'm picking up that one, and then I'll skip that one and go to the bottom here. And now I'll go around. Okay, on the last row, I only did 2 rows around. The last row, you don't take off when you go up. You don't take off in the middle. That's only to make these here. But so you don't take off, you just go around. And now let's finish this. So we go there, pass, pass. And now we can cut our yarn. Leave a long tail so you can weave it in. Pass your yarn, and then we can pass this through the next loop so we can close it nicely. Pass it through that part there, make a little knot, and you're done. And so this is what your slipper looks like. So I'll weave it in a little bit. So that's what your slipper looks like. They are very nice and warm. So remember, you can make as many rows up because you do need, but make sure that your stitch is nice and close. So even if you want to make more rows, but make sure that your stitch is closed because you want them nice and warm. So thank you for watching. Please share us with your friends, like our page, and subscribe. And this is a nice gift, a nice Christmas gift. So thank you very much.